Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through yet another day's building. The glue's had a chance to solidify. It's going to be just barely long enough to reach up there, but made some good progress yesterday on actually building the structure, so I'm pleased about that. Everything seems to be holding together pretty tight. A little not perfectly flush in this corner, but I think it's within tolerance of my build skill level. Hard to find a place to set that one. Of course, still got our little magic table desk dealio and our little doodads there. Set them aside because I don't believe we're going to use them tonight. Optimistic if we did. But got to start off by mounting. Let's see, what are we starting off with? Oh, trying to find a way. Let's turn this upside down and get this. There's no. Okay. That seems like the best deal I've got going. Okay. Everything seems to be ready to go here, so we need to get our. Hopefully. Okay, got that light and that light are showing down. Yeah, we're just supposed to have two of them showing through. Only two. Okay, there are only two, so that works. Oh, there's a third one. This one doesn't show down, evidently. No hole for it. Yeah, but I think looks like it's going to be got a little lumpy spots. Glue. So I'm going to try and peel off some of the bigger lumps of our hot glue here. That sort of used as makeshift clamps. Hopefully not going to break the wire. Picked up. I'm trying to take it all off, just trying to, like I say, get the smooth it out some. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You can see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best of options. Okay, I think that's going to work. It's not got any big chunks in it now. And this is, if you are new here, this is not the typical project. I do a few of these a year, but I'm more likely to do smaller projects that take a few days rather than this one that's, yeah, my glue's. My needle got stuck in the tip of the glue. But I'll just give me some good coverage on all the open space here. Make sure we get all the corners and edges for sure. And try and put like a good bead. Not a bead, but make sure there's good coverage on the wires to sort of tack them down in place as they go in, hopefully. Got enough to hopefully keep our little ceiling fairly smooth. Okay, maybe a couple more drops here. And here. And I think I got pretty good coverage there. So let's drop this on. Hopefully get it fairly well in place here. Yes. Going pretty close. Let's see. Make sure all as much of the glue gets contacted as I can. This back here seems to be lifting up a little bit, so I'm trying to go, make sure I go around the edges good. Okay, lifting up. I think I'm kind of be all right there. And then this one. Just go back here. I missed a little bit because I got some hanging over both sides here, so I think it's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Okay. That's where we're going to end up at, I guess. I think it's going to let me. It looks pretty square on here, so this little extra strip on the edge is going to bug me. Let's see if I can. Usually I have bad luck with this, but let's see if I can shave this off. I think it wasn't attached. I must have a better of a shot. Okay. That's not working on that side. I got that light sticking up on this side, so that's not. Let's see here. Okay. Sometimes they put a little extra on to act as a cover for the other side, but that's not deep enough on that one, so I don't think that's what that is. Let's see. Okay. Okay. That's pretty close. A little strip here. Alright, that's significantly improved on the overhang. Now, the real trick, getting this. Wait a second, where's. Oh, upside down. Okay. This. Okay. And I keep catching that light that's sticking down here on the edge. Here's one of my main issues. Okay. Oh. Supposed to go. Yeah. Okay, double checking my instructions. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to go. So let's see if I can convince this wire to bend the other way. I'm not making contact on this little brick section, so I'm just going to go straight to the main wall part here. Just trying to do reasonably generous bead. Get it to flow. A little too generous on some pieces there. Let me spread that out a little bit there. I think I'm just knocking it off. That glue might be getting a little old. Okay, now. I've got a gap here from a clamp on the side. Down on that wall. And over here we need a bigger clamp because I could go the full length here. Nice. Not going crazy on it, just nice. Make sure it's got good contact there. Thing lining up good. Nice little position in there. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good, and we actually do have some other pieces to do. I think I can fit them in here while I'm doing this. Maybe. Okay. Looks like got trim pieces that go here and here. Now, this one is there to there. Okay, this one goes flush. Yeah, this is supposed to go flush on this side, like so. For me, I think I'm just going to use the bottom of that window frame, because that'll get us pretty close there. Almost got enough residual glue there to do it right there. I think I'm going to stick with my stale glue. A few dots and dabs through there. Maybe try. I'm going to use the window frame, but I'll leave a gap there. Just a tiny one. And this one goes all the way to the back of that one. Go on there. Okay, yeah. And then this one, I believe no, I should still be able to do that. The clamp on there, and it's already got. It's sort of like the other one. It's already got some glue on there, so it should just be a matter of. I think the glue that's oozing out there is going to be good to tack it in place, even with our little top floor there. Uh-oh. I sort of knew. I'm not surprised that happened. Make sure that glue gets set in. I think these trim pieces are going to hang on, and I do have one other little thing I was supposed to do that I forgot about. Put out a little bit. In there. This guy is supposed to go. That guy is supposed to go around our light socket up there. So I think I can do this from here. One edge on the inside. Grab you. Down. Like so. Alright, now, pretty sure I've got some other things to do, but I am gonna let all this glue set up before I try and do that. I get to put there's a sign that goes on to this light. Gotta make one of those little light boxes, hopefully. Okay, so set you aside somewhere stable. A little stable. Yeah. Okay. Cap glue. Turn page on the instructions. And like I said, this to make us a table. And actually, oops. I got some. I don't know where I got white paint on there from. I guess I can make the sign, I just can't install it yet. Yeah. Let's see, and this is actually, I don't think the white paint's gonna hurt anything, because it's, no, I do need to go back and touch that. No, I think this is the back side. Okay. Yeah, so I think, let me grab a blue marker. Okay. It's the back side, so I don't think it's going to be very visible, but the glaring white might show up some. Okay. Okay. But basically, we're going to make this one double thickness. And the light we got coming out the side of the building gets wired into there. We're going to have our little magic signs on the outside. I'm thinking, it says to make them up first and then combine them. I think I'm going to go combine them first, then put the signs on top. I'm not sure it'll be, I think it'll be have less glue on it, it's less likely to get stuck to the edges. So I could come in a little bit more back into smaller stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to go combine it and then sign it. Back to the old Gorilla Super Glue with brush. Just go on like that. So a smooth, even coat everywhere that's not my fingers, hopefully. Nope, got my fingers anyway. Okay. Pretty good there. Got a little pressure for a few more seconds. Yeah. Not perfectly aligned, but I think once we get everything installed, it'll be alright. Okay. And get out my little tiny B7000 bottle. Just do a few drops. Oh, we'll do more than I normally would for something this size, since it's going to have a light in it, and trying to make sure we don't bleed out. Not on this side up against the wall too, so make sure we get not overhanging here. Just have a little excess over there. Maybe I'll trim that before I do the final install. Do it, yeah. And it is the tab to go up, so I did it right side up. I say just going to insert a light into that hole and hopefully get a nice little glow on our magic sign. But we'll do that before we finish up tonight. But that'll be after all the glues had a chance to dry. Now I get to make some more furniture. Always a fun one. Especially once I get a little glue on my fingers. Okay, and get the square out. Look. Okay, so these go on the outside. So we got decoration there, and got that little notch, so we're kind of facing that. No. Yeah, that's the back. Okay, so this is the back of the cabinet. This with the little notch on it. Okay, decorations on that one. No, but I did take a big chunk out of it, so we'll make sure that's to the inside. So that's going to be our first glue, like so. Stay there. Back to the old Gorilla Super Glue. Give it a few more seconds of pressure here. Okay. Now, to do this one. Feet down. Otherwise, same basic premise. A little too much on there, I think. Scrape some of it off, maybe. Nope. Just got too much now. I think give it another 5 or 6 seconds. Don't put too much on there. Okay. And I moved that one out a little bit when I was playing around with it, but I think it'll still get us going. And according to the instructions, now we put these on, and then we put the lid on top after that. Just like on that other table, I think that seemed backwards to me. I'm going to put the top on first, and then go back and do the decorative bits. So that's like, there's no, it's just an eyeballing it sort of thing, I guess. So it looks like not much overhang on the front, so maybe something about like so. So there's no indication to decoration, or well, not decoration, but no instructions here to tell us how deep to make it. So I think it's just up to you. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. Something about like that. And yeah, I like using the B7000 when I have something like this. Okay, so we'll do this right quick, and then we'll go to something else while the glue dries and come back. You know, it's like standard operating procedure for this. This one seems. Go back and forth and back and forth. Okay. Very close to center. A little further back than that. Okay. That seems close to me. So what's on the top? Put the legs on here so I know where they're at when I need them. Sit you over there next to our magic sign. Now, this is one I'm both looking forward to and not looking forward to. This looks very delicate and very particular. Look at that little. They don't even tell you what this is. Sort of some kind of globe doodad. But yeah, I've got to get the. Looks like it doesn't say anything about glue on the bead on the inside. It should hopefully lock onto those notches. Both engaged, I think it will. Nope. Okay, it seems to be reasonably holding on. I don't think it'll take much manipulation to knock it loose, but foot on it. I guess that will take some glue because it's not locking in at all on that. Okay, that's already coming out. Okay, so I am going to do. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. This is. Gonna do one of these, which is supposed to go. I guess. Supposed to go in line with. I think it's. The picture's not great, but it looks like it's supposed to go in line with the. That bit. Our little notches there. So it's definitely a super glue job. Make sure there's very little left on that one because it's not going to take much to hold this in place. I just realized I should have sanded those square before I did all this, but let's find out if this cooperated at all. Okay, yep. Well, I just, yeah, let me actually, whoop, not the flat one. Give me a nice square surface here to glue to. I don't know if it was showing up on camera, but it was a little rounded on there. That's why I'm doing that one. I'll do both of them. Okay. Make sure we got the decorative side up. Okay. Okay, maybe not quite as. Decorative side going that way. And can't even see past my fingers to apply the pressure. I have no idea if there's any glue left on there or not. There evidently was. Now, this side I really don't know about. How visible is this thing going to be in the end? It's not. I'm going to make a shot at it, but okay. So. Oh, I guess I need to put this on first before I see if I can put the ball back in place before I break it. Dab a V7000 to each of the holes here. Okay. We'll make sure that glue gets in contact. Okay. Now, back to this one. I think I'm just going to try one at a time on this end. Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go all in. Okay. I got one side partially on there. Or not. Okay, maybe just let it sit and hope the glue grabs off. But I think the next little bit's going to be almost as frustrating as this was. But, yeah, that's definitely not got a good grip. Okay, I think that was the good side too. Yeah. Okay. New plan. Let's see here. A couple of these guys on. Stand up. Okay. And dab Lisa in there. Dab there. And just hopefully. Okay, now let that dry. A minute or 10. Keep an eye on you, make sure you don't fall over. I'll go on to this next bit, and I think if I can get this done, then go back and finish up everything else that I've started, that'll probably be enough for tonight. So, got us a little chemistry rack. That's our supposed potions. I'm going to give them a try, and then I'll probably just end up painting them. But make an effort at least doing it the way we're supposed to. Let's see here. Actually, cleaned up all my old sticks. I got to use a new one. Ooh. Test tube in there. Sort of works. All right. Let's see. Now, question is, can I glue anything that small? And actually, yeah, could have just got to glue it to hang on to the. Let's see if I'm going to go for the B7000 again. I'm still stinging from the failure of the super glue on the little globe dealio. Okay, B7000 on there. See our stuff. Give her a spin. And failed miserably. And, okay, yeah. Paint it is. Okay. Well, those aside while I make the rack now. I was pretty sure that was what was going to happen with that when I saw the instructions for this. Okay. So, the bigger end goes at the bottom on the side. And then the top rests on the top of that. So I didn't even begin to think to paint these. Okay. Definitely going to go with the minimal glue on this though. We do have a nice flush surface. So push it up against. Not bad. Another one to push on the other end on this one. Okay. So this just goes top of both of those. I think I'll be able to put the pressure on by hand on this one. A little crooked, but I'll live with that. At least it ended up above the base. Okay. Yeah, definitely a little crooked. So these guys are supposed to. Evidently, we're going to have to glue them down too. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, got glue. Got some fancy schmancy metallic acrylic. I don't know if this stuff goes bad because it's been a minute since I used it. I don't even know if it'll coat here. Let's see. No, this stuff's not gonna be. It's too chunky. Okay, it was a thought. Okay, so that's that and these. Let's see if these stick. A little bit, yeah, that'll work. This is the one that I got the glue on from before, so. Let's glue up before I spill it. Ooh. Tweezers don't hold my. Hopefully, I hold everything together at once. And go ahead and put the glue in place down there. And stand up. Okay. Let's do this bright orange. Okay, this is in all likelihood going to be details that nobody can ever even see, but they'll be in there. And there's a green one, that'll be good. Oh. Into the tweezers. There. And then we got pink, orange, green. Blue. Okay. They're all sort of sticking in the glue. So I'm going to give all this stuff a good 15 or 20 minutes to dry, and then I'll come back and we'll start trying to finish everything up and we'll call it a night. Hopefully it won't take too long to do what I got left to do. Be right back. Alright, it's been a few minutes, so hopefully, yeah, seems pretty stable there, so that's, yeah, they're not going anywhere. We're going to lay them down on their side though. Okay, let's go to our table next. Okay, there's no details or decorations on there, so we'll just pop these guys on. They're supposed to go a few dots. And I like so. Alright, so another tiny detail nobody will probably ever see. Okay, so let's sort of set you aside, let you dry, and let's see how our globe dealio is doing. Ooh. Okay. Seems like that did the well, I'm determined to make it undo the trick. Okay, so let's put it over to the other side. Maybe. Alright. Going pretty quickly on the. It's a good thing. I'm already over my. At one point, I tried to set that 45-minute time limit on, but I just can't seem to stick with it. Okay, get you to the wheels. Okay. Now that one might be tomorrow before we can see it, but that seems like it worked on the other side, so there's no reason it shouldn't work there. And are we down to, yeah, just putting our sign on, so let's get our structure back out over here. We've had ample time to dry, so everything should be in good shape here. On the place for, stand you up. Okay, big structure, so let's widen the shot out. Okay, so like I say, there's everything. The trim pieces there on the edges seem to be in good. Just a little low on that end, but I think I can live with that. Something good. Our little light fixture in there. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get some hot glue out and tack that wire down, because we're eventually going to put some posters and stuff over top of it, but it does need to be sort of flushed down with it to make that work. So, get my little, wait for that blue light, there you go, and I think I can get in here. Maybe one more here. Push you down. Alright. Is that alright? I got that string to get rid of. Okay. It likes me. Alright. So we got that down and out of the way. Another string we just saw. Okay. Okay, so all we got left, take our little magic shop sign. We're gonna, let's see here, get my foam stand out again, I think. Okay, that's going to be too long to start with, so let's just curl you back. There we go. That should be just about right. Now if I can, squish together good to make sure it fits in the slot. And a test fit here. There you go. All right. So on the side here, I'm going to go ahead and get the old super glue on this one. I think that feels like it's going to be a good, nice, ready. It feels like it's ready to go. It's ready to cooperate with me. So I'll make sure I get on the right end. Nice, thin, smooth coat. Grab the cat hair off of there. And then pressure for a few seconds. And voila. Yes. Yes. I can't pop those lights on. We've only got one stray light right now. It's up here. All the rest of them are on the interior, so let's see if I can't get this put together right quick and we can give it a see how they look. It should be pretty well lit. Yeah, I got a couple wire nuts loose there, so I'm just use those instead of trying to. Oh well. It's together. Okay, that one's more proper. That feels better. Should have good connection on it anyway. Yeah. Okay. So let's knock this down. Got my other two lights. Get things out of the way here. And oops. Oh yeah, we got, and it's not as bright in person as it is here. That does light up the magic really well. You got this nice gentle lighting. It's let's say in person it's a little bit brighter, a little bit different tone than my display. It could be my display that's not doing justice. There's our, we'll put our little fixture on. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a nice, well lit. Yeah, I'm digging it. Alright, this suits me just fine. And, I'm assuming we're going to have something up here for these up lights to hit. And there's the one, its own. Okay. Yeah, coming together. Let's say a lot of little work. I thought it'd go quicker today than it did, but sometimes you just have those days. We got a good bit done. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel over there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel where I do experiments, hopefully once every couple of weeks. That is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.